And now we get into Be Prepared. And this was a thing. This was a song that we really wrestled with because we knew we wanted to have something that referenced the original, but we weren't sure at first whether we could have a whole song that was sung. Everything else felt kind of justified. But to have Scar break into song and look at the original lyrics, it doesn't really fit with the way we've conceived. And it's certainly the environment doesn't feel like it fits into a live action, a film that appears to be live action.
These fucking excuses are so funny where it's just like,
and certainly the environment, the choreography doesn't feel like it fits into a live action, a film that appears to be live action.
So you scrapped the song, but like the same was true for Just Can't Wait to Be King, but you didn't scrap the song. You just changed the environment and choreography, right? That's not an excuse to scrape the entire song, because by that logic, you would have scraped the entire Just Can't Wait to Be King song, right? So
did they scrap Be Prepared?
They tried scrapping Be Prepared.
Like, Hans, is there a version of this song?
And, well, they did, and then they brought it back and half-assed it.
That we could do that fits into ours, but still feels like the old, kind of expectation and the original story. And it's, when you're doing a Disney movie, a villain, it's really, first it was a monologue that was written by Jeff, and then we started to say, well, could we do this with the song? And remember, in the old one, he already was conspiring with them, and he's presenting a scenario, pitching them on with him, conspiracy against Mufasa. So we switched it up enough. I mean, unless you know the original movie well, that might have slid by you, but it's a slightly different plot point. And so the lyrics from the original reflected a much different relationship between Scar and the hyenas.
But he doesn't explain why that's the case, though. The lyrics of the song don't match how the Scar and hyena dynamic is different in this film. But why is the Scar and hyena dynamic different in this film? You haven't justified why that change was made, It's so weird.
This was the remnants of the original monologue, and then Hans built a whole musical monologue, and then Hans built a whole musical
This is interesting.
Built a whole music.
That's an edit in the commentary track. There's no way that's like
built a whole music.
That's an edit. That they edited this part. That's so funny. This is making me even more. I fucking knew during this scene that Jon Favreau was like talking around like what he wanted to say, like 100%. I was like, you know that Disney like removed the song and then asked you to put it back, right? And so he's like doing the commentary. I'm just like I already knew, like, he was giving the Disney approved version of what happened, but I didn't know that they like made him redo another take, because there's definitely an edit here.
Built a whole musical.
You hear that?
Built a whole musical.
That's a fucking cut.
Built a whole musical.
Like that's definitely a cut.
Musical.
Right? Could be a stutter in speech or editing to help with video sync. It would be weird if they made cuts to help with the video sync and they didn't do them within the like 8 billion times where John says like nothing for like several seconds. Like there's so many points of silence. Why would they, if it was for the video sync, why would they cut in the middle of one of his sentences?
Built a whole musical. And then Hans built a whole music.
That's not what a stutter is. I'm saying try and recreate that sound with your mouth. You can't.
Built a whole music.
You hear this? The like you can't even like really recreate. That's like
the remnants of the.
So if I make a random cut like this,
remnants of monologue, and
it's like that's basically what's happening.
The remnants of monologue.
Sounds very weird and suspicious.
Could you acknowledge this colossal fuck up in the review, please? 20 minutes at least.
I don't know what I would say in the review. Like, what is it? I'm already saying like my interpretation of what happened behind the scenes anyway. Like what could I possibly say about there being a cut in the commentary? It's just speculation.
Genuinely asking, not trying to be rude. Why does it matter that there was a cut in the audio?
Why does it matter that there's a cut in the audio? Because it's within the scene where John would most likely, which before I even noticed this cut, I was confident that this was the case anyway, that John was mincing words and trying to say things in a way that didn't directly acknowledge that Disney originally intended to remove the Be Prepared song and then probably literally just told him to put it back in about a year before the movie was finished, when most of like all this shit was like, just go, so much of the process was already done that it was just throwing it in at the last minute, possibly even later than that. Because I mean, it was reported by people that worked on the movie that Be Prepared wouldn't be in this version. And then people got mad on Twitter and people wrote articles and Disney's like, oh, I guess people wanted this in the movie, right? And then all of a sudden, Be Prepared is back in the movie. And it's not just back in the movie, but it's very obviously half-assed, right? Almost as if they didn't intend to have it in originally. But you don't say something like that in a commentary track. You don't say, oh yeah, Disney wanted the song removed and then asked us to put it in again at the last minute, right? You don't say that. So regardless of whether or not there was a cut here, he's framing things in a way where it made it seem like, oh yeah, we just, we had it this way because we changed the dynamic of Scar and the hyenas, and we wanted it so that it was like a monologue, and then I went to Hans Zimmer and thought like, oh, can you make this a musical? It's like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, it was already a musical. It was a musical before you turned it into a monologue. Like, why would you... What he's saying doesn't make any fucking sense, and he's obviously lying about it because it's Disney, right? You wouldn't want... Disney's not gonna have a commentary track where somebody says, yeah, that was dumb and that was Disney's fault, even if they're not directly saying that. Like, the accurate version of events would imply that just by saying what happened, right? So it's very suspicious is all I'm saying. Suspicious, if you will, that the only time where I've noticed what sounds like a cut in the commentary audio is during this scene, where even if there was no cut, I would have this exact same position. So that's all I'm saying, is that it's very strange that it sounds like there's a cut here, and it just happens to be in this scene.
The remnants of the original monologue, and then Hans built a whole musical take on this song, which you...
Right? That's what's weird. Have I been specifically listening for cuts at other parts? I haven't been specifically listening for cuts in this part either. I mean, this is the first time I've noticed it. There's nothing about, yeah, I mean, if there's cuts elsewhere, I didn't hear any cuts. I've listened to this commentary, I'm going through it in other scenes in the same way that I'm going through it in this scene.
Built a whole music.
You can't end the sound before the word whole. You can't end it that quickly. That seems like it's definitely a cut. Built a whole. You can't say, like, you can't recreate it. Built a hole. Built a hole. Built a hole. Built a hole. Like, you can't. No matter what you try to do, built. It's like the remnants of the A word, just the word A. It's like that was abruptly shut down to make room for not just the word whole, but the word whole starting after the word had already started. Yeah, he probably re-recorded this part because he said too much. That's my impression.
The remnants of the original monologue, and then Hans built a whole musical take on this song, which
he might not even have re-recorded it. They might have just cut out a couple words that they didn't like, and then moved some of that over, and then fill in the, you just have like a bit more empty space over the rest of it, It's really not that difficult of an edit to make. Anyway, we're going to keep going on this. Last minute and half-ass the entire thing.
First, it was a monologue that was written by Jeff. And then we started to say, well, could we do this with the song? This was the remnants of the original monologue, and then Hans built a whole musical take on this song, which you're seeing here. And then we approached Tim Wright.
What he's saying just doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, you're working backwards. It was a song before you started, and now he's like, can we turn this into a song? Like, you turned it from a song into a not song. It's so stupid. It's so stupid and dumb and gay and bad. It's so stupid. Because they've never met, and so it's like, this is your persuasive argument? Like, you're not even talking about, like, how you're gonna kill him. You literally just showed up there, and you're like, Mufasa sucks, am I right? Like, that's his entire argument. Mufasa is yesterday's message. His failings, like, blah, 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 blah. Like, you're not even making an argument. You're not doing anything. Like,
why do they trust Scar after Mufasa tried to kill them? Lol.
That's a really good point. Like, they immediately trust Scar after Mufasa tried to kill them. Like, they don't know that Scar and Mufasa aren't on good terms. This could literally just be, like, a lion that's showing up to fuck with their shit,
As that hyenas must do, which means that hyenas...
Yeah, I don't know. There's like a part of this that makes me feel like they auto-tuned the wrong note again, but I'm not sure. Because like that's a weird note to sing. It's not like incorrect. It's not like out of the key like the other.
Nine times are a changing.
Because like it's certainly auto-tuned. Like that much is 100% like,
Yes, leonine times are a changing. Which means that hyenas must do.
I mean, either way, the autotune's really obvious in this line.
Which means that hyenas must do.
Like that higher note, hyenas must, hyena. Like that one's kind of weird.
Which means that hyenas must do.
I feel like he couldn't sing.
Which means that hyenas must do.
Like, this is really obviously auto-tuned.
My vision is clear and wide-ranging.
Have fun, son.
And
All right.
even encompasses you. Which means that hyenas must do.
Like, this is the most obvious line for the auto-tune anyway, but...
Which means that hyenas must do.
It's like just, I don't know, how fucking rushed are you?
That fucking puddle shot TF.
Yeah, I don't understand the puddle shot either. Like, just more attempts to, like, create energy where there is none, but not succeeding.
My vision is clear and
It's like, that doesn't really match the tone of what he's doing. What's also really funny is, like, you can, even if you'd never heard the original song before, you could pinpoint exactly where the moment is that it goes from new remastered lyrics back to old original lyrics, because the vocabulary on the new lyrics is bullshit. And then when it goes back into the old lyrics, it's like, oh, it's got a little bit better vocabulary.
my vision is clear and wide-ranging, and even encompasses you.
So stupid.
So prepare for the coup of the century. Prepare for the murkiest scam.
I hate this line a lot because it's like...
Prepare for the murkiest scam.
Like, he's like whispering everything, And it's like, the context of the film, like, you're supposed to be, like, gearing these characters up to fight in your army, right?
Prepare for the murkiest scam.
Like, you know those videos where they take away the music and it's like with realistic sound effects, like Grubhub ad with no music sort of thing? Just like imagine, because like there's no music in the universe here, right?
And so century.
So just like you have to imagine like what were these characters seeing in the context of the universe?
Prepare for the murkiest scam.
Like that's what you're doing right now? It's kind of cringe.
Prepare for the murkiest scam.
Like that's what you're doing at this moment. It's kind of cringe. The murky puppet. You know, it's like children pretending to scream without screaming, and they go, ah, whoa, because they don't want to wake up mom, but they want to pretend they're screaming or something. That's what it seems like here.
Prepare for murkiest scam.
Did John tell him to sing it that way? Like, was that direction? So yeah, it's like, it's clear that he starts low because John wanted there to be a build-up at the end with a short amount of time because they couldn't do the actual song. So they're like, well, we'll just have him go from like whisper to like loud or whatever.
Planning, tenacity spanning, decades of denial is simply...
And he's so off-tempo here too.
Is simply why I'll be king! Undisputed, respected,
He's really off-tempo.
saluted, and seen for the wonder I am! Yes, my teeth.
And they're all just paying attention, and they're all like really interested in this lion that they've never met before, showing up, being like, "Yo, Mufasa sucks," and
Have fun,
I want to be
son.
king.
All right.
And they're like, "This seems like a really good idea." Like,
And ambitions are bad. Be prepared.
like they're all into it. Like they're hanging out here singing, "Be prepared, be prepared, be prepared." Like you have. There's no persuasive argument. There's no reason why any of them would be interested in this. In the old movie, they were friends. In this movie, they're not. They just met him.
Be prepared.
They literally just met this fucking guy, and he's just like, "Yo, Mufasa sucks." That's it. Everything's so sad. I like the French horn there. That's the only part I like about this. I like that French horn, but everything else I hate.
Be prepared.
All right. Yeah, that's stupid. It's fucking stupid and gay and dumb.
Be prepared.
And then the music at the end here is just fucking awful. The orchestral arrangement of how they end this song, bam, 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 bam. It's just, it feels like fucking Aladdin remake bullshit, you know? It's just really bad. Yeah, pretty much fucking nothing is happening. Like, what is it? What just happened? What happened in this scene? He showed up and he's like, Mufasa sucks, I want to be king. And they're like, very interesting.
Yes, my teeth and be prepared.
Be prepared.
Be prepared.
Listen, Scar's saying beep.
Be
Beep.
Be prepared.
Like, what are you? It's so. This is just very cringe. I can't. No wonder I need a drink. Jesus.
This scene doesn't even convey why they are teaming up.
It doesn't. He says before the song starts, or maybe at the very beginning of the song, I don't remember. There's a line where he's like, yeah, I'll just show you right now. So like the implication is like that he's going to just let them, if he's king, he'll let them eat whatever they want. Because when Mufasa's king, they can't eat whatever they want because they're banished to the shadows. Even though in the movie it's not really a shadowy place or anything. It's just like some different topography or whatever.
That's why we're going to kill him.
Yeah, so
You fools have stripped your land of every living thing.
I guess we'll have to eat you.
instead.
Why eat one meal when you can be feasting the rest of your lives?
Why eat one meal when you can be feasting the rest of your lives? This guy knows what he's doing. This fucking scraggly, like, mangy, dying lion. Totally not, like, let's all trust this guy about food. He's like, yeah, you'll be eating the rest of your lives. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
What could you possibly offer us?
A place where you can fill your bellies. Where everything the light touches is yours.
Yeah, it's like a fucking crackhead lion showing up.
Be prepared!
I love the French horn there, and everything else sucks so bad. The French horn's the only good part about this entire thing. But yeah, this is just fucking cringe. I'm just like what is going on in real life without the music, you know? It's just... Yeah, the auto-tune's a bit more noticeable.
Be prepared. Beep.
Beep.
Beep. Beep. Beep. Beep.
Beep.
Beep. Beep. Beep. Be prepared.
This is silly.
Be prepared.
Whatever. Everything sucks. We're all gonna die.
Yeah, my belly feels great.
Be prepared.
It sounded no different from the text-to-speech, but maybe you should have had an exclamation mark after the first word or something. Oh, God.
Prepare for the murkiest scam.
It's so cringe. I hate that line. Prepare for the murkiest scam. Who are you? Get out of here, you crackhead. What are you doing here? They should kill him. He's a crackhead.
And so it feels like Be Prepared, but it actually deviates quite a bit.
Yeah, we know it.
It feels like the old Be Prepared.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it is a weird thing to say that when it's just like the biggest lie of all time, you know? Beep. Beep.
I couldn't sing it as well, but beep the way Chiwetel does Be Prepared, like, really blows my mind
he's
every
so
time.
good. Yeah, Chiwetel.
I watch that and think, like, wow, he's such a better actor and singer than I am.
So, like, when was this filmed? Give advice to Beyonce. When was this video published? July 2019. The film was released probably like a week before that, right? Yeah, the premiere was on July 9th. So they would have seen it. So they're actually talking about the movie. Like, when they say that his singing was great and they're jealous of his skills, they're talking about the same, like, cut that we saw, right? Like, my speculation beforehand was like, oh, maybe they saw some, like, test footage or something. Like, maybe there was, like, more of the song in there. But they're literally talking about, like, the fucking stupid cringe whisper chant. Saying, like, oh, yeah, he's a great singer.
I couldn't sing it as well, but Beep, the way Chiwetel does Be Prepared, like, really blows my mind every time.
I like how he says beep here. He's like, I couldn't sing it as well, but beep.
Beep, the couldn't sing it as well, but Beep, the way
he just says beep.
I couldn't sing it as well, but Beep, the way Chiwetel does Be Prepared, like, I couldn't
Beepgate.
Sing it as well, but Beep, the way Chiwetel does Be Prepared, like, really blows my mind
he's
every
so
time.
good. Yeah, Chiwetel.
I watch that and think, like,
yeah, this is fucking insane. I don't understand how they're saying this with like a straight face.
The way Chiwetel.
This is absolutely insane.
The way Chiwetel does Be Prepared, like, really blows my mind every time.
He's so good. Yeah, Chiwetel.
I watch that and think, like, wow, he's such a better actor and singer than I am. And he manages to do it both at once.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking blow out my voice.
And he manages to do it.
Yet most distinctive laugh.
I mean, he's still true by saying he's a better actor and singer.
That's a lot of money.
That doesn't change.
Microwave Scarby like BEEP.
Okay.
You know, it's an amazing song.
Well, I found... Okay, it's July 17th, 2019. I found the article with the video embedded in it. I believe this is the same. So yeah, these are all post-premiere. So they're just like fucking lying out their ass. Because I was under the impression like maybe some of these interviews would have been done like before the premiere. And if that was the case, then the there was a, you know, then it's possible that there was a different version beforehand. Like if Chiwetel sang like 300% more lines than what appeared in the film, and he thought all of it would appear in the film, but then they had to trim it down because there wasn't enough time to animate all of it, then he would still think that it's a full song when it's not. And that would explain how they talk about it in interviews. But these interviews are like post-premiere, so they're just fucking... They're really just being dishonest about it, is what they're doing. July 18th. Yeah, they're bullshitting in these interviews. They're like pretending it's a song.
Which must be relatively new.
Yeah, you know, and to sing and to and with this arrangement, you know, which is different to the original, and because, you know, it sits within the context of this kind of presentation of this character and the kind of realism of this version, you know. So all of
You can't say that. You can't say that the song works better for the realism of this version when it creates more plot holes, and then it just has a bunch of cringe whispering from a character that's trying to convince the hyenas to like. That's the opposite. Like, you're stupid.
All of that was really interesting, and how all of these aspects kind of played into each other with terms of the, you know, the technical aspect and the animators working. You know, and then me seeing some of that before doing, you know, another recording session, and then that going away, and then that influencing that recording session, influencing how they were.
See, this like plays into what I'm saying, I think.
The technical aspect and the animators working, you know, and then me seeing some of that before doing, you know, another recording session, and then
like they were like this is a really weird thing, right? He's saying that, like, there was animation happening between recording sessions that he was doing. right? And we also have Jon Favreau saying this.
This is one of the last sequences to be finished.
Right? So we know that this is one of the last sequences to be finished. Like, it seems like they just half-assed the song and put it in at the end of, like, production. Like, in what other context would an actor for the film be seeing animation that was done for it and then doing re-recordings of dialogue?
You know, and then me seeing some of that before doing, you know, another recording session, and then that going away, and then that recording session influencing how they were thinking and talking about the character or the music, and, you know, so everything's sort of working together, really.
I don't know.
All of that was really interesting.
It's giving me some suspicious vibes. Beep.
This was the remnants of the original monologue, and then Hans built a whole musical take on this song.
So what pisses me off about this obvious cut being in the commentary is that it makes it seem like the obvious cut is from me, and it makes it seem like my editing is worse than it is when it was actually Disney's.
Hans built a whole musical.
You know, it's going to be in my review, and somebody's going to listen to that and be like, damn, Adam forgot to use a crossfade.
And then Hans...
What was my reaction when I saw the Be Prepared scene in the remake? I shouted, I can't jack off to this, and then ejected the Blu-ray and went to a crematorium and threw it in with some random other body. And,
have fun, son. All right.
And that man was Albert Einstein. Ooh! This is an even better screen cap of my husband. There's no bad... Oh, this one's a little derpy, never mind. This one's brain damage scar. Oh no. Derp. All right.
In a conspiracy.
Look at his dance moves, you know? Look at this. He like goes in tiptoes to kill Mufasa, the hyena. Look at those. He's so cute. Beep repair.
No stars in the sky, even though they aren't even by a city.
There could be clouds. Doesn't look super cloudy because you can see the moon, I guess. That's kind of weird. You're right. That is kind of weird. You can kind of see like the outline of... You can see like a little bit of fog cloud at the bottom here, but it's like, yeah, where the fuck are the stars? If you can see like the moon... That is not very realistic. Doesn't the moon shine through clouds? Yeah, so do some stars. There's literally no stars. Really a song anymore. Not realistic. It's just kind of a weird chant.
Maybe John doesn't know stars exist because he's from LA.
Yeah, John doesn't know stars are in the sky because he lives in LA. That's why he hasn't seen beautiful skies ever. Right. He's a Los Angeles resident. That's why he thinks like anything that doesn't look like shit is unrealistic. Secretly on Mufasa's. So weird. His face when he's singing is just so lame. No, that Scar's not secretly on... Communicates literally nothing. Like, they're just watching him climb some shit for no reason. It's like, cool. Like, why are we helping you? We don't know you, but okay. The murkiest scam.
Prepare for the coup of the century. Prepare for the murkiest scam.
Might I... So annoying. It's so lame and stupid and dumb. And stupid and lame. And dumb.
Prepare for the coup of the century. Be prepared for the murkiest scam. Prepare for the coup of the century.
Man. I don't think anyone was prepared for the coup of the century on January 6, 2021. Including the people participating in it, because now they're getting fucked legally. Eventually, they reincorporate lyrics. They join. Beep. They. They join. I just want to. This is what my day has turned into. This is pretty funny. Good frames here. Is it? This is like a pretty good reaction image. Like this face is pretty good. This face is pretty good. This one's fucking perfect. I love this one. Holy shit. Oh, I could use this on Twitter. Here's the full frame. Oh, this is great. If anybody wants to like screen cap this and like use it all you want. This is whenever somebody posts something really sus. Ah! This is terrifying. Oh no. Oh god. This is genuinely terrifying. Ed's got some fucking crazy eyes here. His like head's bigger than his whole body. Everybody fucking F for whoever this goddamn hyena was. Who the hell's this?
You won't get a sniff without me!
Fucking dead. He just yelled at him and died.
F.
Beep. Beep. I really hate this shot. It's so stupid. Like, they're just dumb dogs. They're like smelling the air. Like, they're not like, what? They're inspired by his plan? Like, what's going on? Like,
arrangement because I was just excited about the song. I was excited about the song. I was excited about the arrangement because, again, it just sort of sat within the context of what we were doing, you know, and that sort of realism and grounding that character in something that was very intense and again, just kind of broken and slightly beaten, you know, and this being his one sort of rallying cry.
He's interpreting, like, now that I've gone through The Lion King so many times, like this version, the 2019 thing, now that I've gone through it enough times to, like, understand what the fuck is going on in every scene, he is reading into it far more than, like, the film does. Like, there's nothing about the context of the film's rendition of Be Prepared, of, like, it showing, like, Scar's, like, vulnerability or anything. Like, that's what it feels like he's getting at. He's like this like weak and damaged character. It's like there's nothing about that in what you're talking about right now. You're just bullshitting. I get it. This is a press event for a Disney film, and you're being a good boy for Disney, I guess. Is like that's your job right now. Like anybody, like fucking Jon Favreau talking about all this shit in the fucking press shit, you know. I get it, but like, it's so annoying. Yeah, there it is. 2019. They're like, Yeah, we're not even gonna pretend that's the same song. He'll let them eat wherever they want because Mufasa
No green. Blue.
is the only. Yeah, green was a really good color. You know, green represents envy, and then it transforms into yellow, which was like the throwback to like the Leni Riefenstahl or whatever Nazi shit. You know, like the color choices played some sort of significance. Then red. You know, the lava, the fire, the evil shit. And then it's just like, if this is all blue, like, blue doesn't mean shit in the context of this song. Like, blue dabba dee dabba die, like, I'm so sad. This isn't about being sad. Like, the color choices in this don't mean anything. All right.
For the coup of the century. Prepare for the murkiest scam.
I'm still cringing at it. I'm still cringing at it.
Neep, 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 neep.
Thanks for watching. Here are the people that pay $5 and up. I am Gretty, aka Lemonade Warrior, Lord Durham, Kirbymon, Splat, Hoofy Doe, Olivia Spores, Dana, Ocean Machinery, Malab Shah, and Pit Wang. Thanks for the support, and I'll see you later.